10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hooray.
Are
you asleep yet?
I was like, oh, that's a little slow. I was trying to say hi to everybody in chat. If I missed you, hello.
Hello.
And I'm waiting, and I thought there was going to be a nice little ending, and then it ended abruptly, and I was like, oh my
Oops.
gosh.
My mission is complete. My mission is complete.
Right.
Now, I want everybody to know when I pulled her off of the thing and we went to do the intro and stuff, she tried to give me a double hello sign, and she thought I didn't see it, but I did. So, payback. Okay.
A couple birds were thrown. I'm just saying, a couple birds were thrown. There
I
we
don't know
go.
what you're talking about. I would never do that. I don't even know what that means.
I don't either. La la la. Anyway,
Hi, everybody in the chat. Hello.
I was
Hey,
just
what's going
getting
on,
ready
everybody?
to say. Welcome to our 50th episode. Can you believe this?
50th
Yes, I can, actually.
Extravaganza.
We have been almost on for a year.
It hurts too. My back hurts
Oof.
every day.
And for our special guest for our 50th anniversary, we have Mr. Donnie Cho is going to
Hello.
look at evidence with us today.
Yeah, he's gonna lay some knowledge on us. He's an actual paranormal investigator like we are. I mean, he should know what he's looking at, right?
Well, I'm actually pretty awful on these shows because every time I see a picture, I'm like, "Yep, it's aliens." 100% aliens.
Yeah, or what was that? Arturians or whatever. Yeah.
Well, that's okay. That's okay. He'll bring our comedic relief today.
Yes, definitely. Because actually, I got a couple that might kind of help it, but I try to keep it as serious as possible this week. I didn't throw any crazies in there really, and I did find a video of a certain CCTV picture that we looked at a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
That really, I wanted to make sure I got out here. So anyway, we're going to England though.
Yeah, we're going to England. We're traveling overseas.
Yes, but
We're
first,
traveling overseas. It's the closest we're going to come for a long time, but there it is.
Yeah. Now, but Jason's going to get mad at me because I don't have the other one up. But we're still going to Missouri in September. So.
Yes, we are going to Missouri. Just a little quick, September 19th and 20th of 2025 at the Eagleton Civic Center in Richmond, Missouri. It's the Crossing Realms Conference. Ladies and gentlemen, every week we keep adding more people. I think we have finally come down to the point where we have to stop. We have to stop. We have so many people, so many of our friends want to be involved in the conference, but we just now have to stop. This is only a partial list of who we have coming, but you can read that yourself. And a lot of you have watched us on other channels and can see this, who's coming, get your tickets, they're very affordable.
Yep.
If y'all missed it, oh my goodness, we had a great giveaway on Blondes and Boos on Friday night, and we gave away a pair of tickets.
Yep.
VIP tickets.
I've got to get a
tickets we gave
together for
away.
Rob.
Oh, yep, because Rob reached 5,000 subscribers. We're really proud of him, so congratulations to him. But I'm telling you what, like I said, this conference has pretty much exploded. You know, we're thinking, you know, we get up there, we're like, oh, 6 speakers, blah, 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 you know, this, that, and the other. Well, it has exploded. So, like I said, this is going to be the conference of the year, I think. This is the one y'all need to go to if you're going to get anywhere. It's right in the middle of the United States. We try to make it, you know, as best as we possibly could for everybody. You know, and we did it in a smaller location, in a smaller town, so we wouldn't have to have all this, you know, city business, whatever stuff going on. We just wanted to find a community that we can help, you know, and bring, you know, a little bit of economic relief to their area and do a little bit of stuff for their museum and the history and preserving buildings. And I mean, wow, we're just doing a whole lot with this. And like I said, get your tickets. Anyway, all done.
What it is we all want to go up there and thump our chest, say, we come up to give the best dadgum conference in Missouri, period.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, you're right in the little middle of the land of Momo. For real.
No, that's true. That's true. And if I'm not mistaken, Centralia is not far from there either if you're Civil War buff. So
it's filled with Civil War stuff. And it, believe it or not, a lot of the people that are going to be at the conference and helping with the conference, including the curator at the museum, do Civil War reenactments.
There you go.
It's you know, it's really super fantastic. You know, like I said, it's a small town, but it is steeped in history all the way around. So,
so
you know.
Anyway, so yeah, everybody get your tickets. If you ain't got them, get them.
Yes,
because they ain't gonna last long.
Right. Mr. Gary Spikes has pinned it to the top of chat. If you can't see our chat, no problem. No problem. Go to Eventbrite, look up Crossing Realms Conference, and you can get your tickets there. Or you can look under Blondes and Boos on Eventbrite, and it should be under there also. So there you go.
And the link to Eventbrite is in the description of the show today. So
nice.
Right. But for all of the people who are not seeing this, they could be on a different platform watching us, Randy.
Well, they're listening, and guess what? If they're listening to this on our multiple avenues of podcasting, like I did that, multiple avenues of podcasting, and the description of that show also has a link to the Eventbrite. Every show for every podcast that we put out, us, Blondes, Texas, anyone that goes out, all have that link, so you will be able to find it.
There you go. Nice, Randy. I like how you played that right in there. But anyway, I'm ready to travel. Everybody else ready to travel? I'm ready to travel.
This is gonna get fun real quick because we're starting off really kind of.
Oh wait a minute! I gotta get my hat ready.
I don't know if you really need a hat for this one or not, but you know, this one is kind of iffy. I'll say it's iffy, but it is come from the ancient Ram Inn. So I mean, that's one of the reported most haunted places in the world, and definitely in England. Okay, the ancient Ram Inn, you know, has had its fair share of all sorts of stuff happen in the past. This was from June of 1999. Okay, the photographer appears to show an apparition, and just before the quote unquote just before an ASAP, Association for the Study of Anomalous Phenomena, which is a European or British ghost hunting bunch, set at an all-night vigil at the ancient Ram Inn. So let's see what you guys think about this.
I don't know. I mean, you know, we're seeing the blur right in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like on the staircase. It's looking like a blur.
Yep.
Oh boy. You know, these are so hard to really determine because you don't know if something's on the lens.
Yeah.
Which believe me is very which is very easy to do during an investigation. There is no doubt.
Yeah.
Because I constantly I constantly have lens wipes that I carry with me for the cameras, and I'm constantly cleaning them because you never know if dust particles get attached or you touch it with a fingerprint or anything at that point. So you really have to keep your equipment clean.
Yeah. Nemo's right. It could just be poor picture taking technique. This could be something from the flash, because obviously we've got a flash going on here. So
yeah. Well, bring it up. Bring it up. Let's take a good look.
We'll go down to the base first. The only reason I say that is because look how it whitewashes out a whole lot more than it kind of would have if it was a normal manifestation, or what we believe to be a normal manifestation, I should say. I can't say yes or no, obviously, but there's a lot of whitewash in there.
Well, I mean, you could also put in the fact that maybe that it is an apparition or a manifestation of some point, and the flash is reflecting off of the luminescence of it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there is that.
This is the Ancient Ram Inn?
Yeah, this is the Ancient Ram Inn.
Because Ristel says, Ancient Ram Inn, the older gent who owned it claimed a long history of succubus encounters there.
Yes.
Oh, they got succubus action? Oh, I kind of want to go now.
Now, when and just as a side thought, like what Ristel's saying, at one point, when the old gentleman that used to run it died, his daughter, I've got a picture somewhere. I'll go out and find it, and I'll put it up in the community part. His daughter kept his area that he stayed in exactly the way it was after he died, and it's still that way to this day, from what I understand. So,
right. You know, I'll tell you a little story about something like that here in just a little bit when we're done with this. Let's look up at the top. Let's look at
how it does this.
Oh,
you could say smoke originally, but you think smoke would not be that, I shouldn't say solid in the middle, but that conformed. You know what I mean? It should be wispy.
Well, the only problem I'm having with this is the discoloration going from light to dark. That is something weird.
I think it's a reflection.
Have I taken a picture like this before? Yeah. Absolutely did. I absolutely did.
You took pictures of your Malibu room too?
No, not that. Not my Malibu room.
I'm sorry. The Malibu's right there. I just had to say it.
Right. But, you know, I was in a location. It was Ashmore Estates in Ashmore, Illinois. And I had taken pictures, and you can look at it, and somebody took a picture of me, and they took it in triplicate, right? And you can look in it, you can see it's right in front of me, and then you can see it start moving up in the next picture, and then it was like going up in the ceiling on the third picture. So it was actually moving. So these types of pictures right here, I have a problem with, because we don't have 3 in succession to see if there's any movement to it.
And I couldn't find, that's the first thing I did when I saw this, when I tried to find any more from that particular, and there was nothing else that I could find. There may be some out in other sites, but what I was looking at and where I found this one, because I went out and physically looked for Ancient Ram Inn. Now, we've done a couple of them before from several episodes back. I'll say probably months back now. But we've done some that were, they weren't, they were not legible enough, shall we say. We could see something, but we couldn't tell what it was. It was not very good. It was their CC, and it wasn't great. It was bar cameras and stuff like that. Nothing like this, which is a quote unquote decent picture, really, for what comes out of there.
Right. Well, you know, I'm gonna go with Donnie on this. It's aliens.
Yes. Is this an Arturian?
No, but it's definitely a ghost. 100%.
He said no, but it's ghost.
I'm telling you what, he said ghost just because we went with alien.
I think so.
Well, I mean, it's a haunted inn. It's a famously haunted inn.
Yes.
It's a misty thing that's all white.
Yep.
Yeah.
Except for at the top, it starts to discolor at the top, and that's where it makes me kind of think, I don't know. Yeah, because the flash should have carried through all the way through.
You would have thought, yeah, because I mean, you could make an argument a little bit with this up here being discolored because of the paint or the ledge behind it. But that doesn't explain down to here, though.
Right. Well, you know, because you're going a little bit down into the wall that is whitewashed. That's where I'm seeing my biggest. So I'm on the fence. That's where I'm going to go with that. I'm on the fence.
Yep. I'd have to be on the fence because I can see it being some sort of lens flare as well. with it just being a bad shot.
Or just something on the lens. Yeah.
Exactly. And it just caused that issue. So,
right.
But yeah, I'm on the fence on it. I mean, I can't say yes, can't say no. So,
right. There you are.
But that was the ram, the ancient ram. And now we kind of start getting into the fun stuff. This image was taken, though, courtesy of Julie and Mark Hunt. I want to make sure that gets out there from. Those are the guys over at ASAP that took it. So
nice.
All right. Now, the next one, all it says, we've got a haunting childlike ghost, quote unquote ghost, has been caught on camera in bone-chilling photos from the abandoned mansion of a Second World War MP, which that for British that's a magistrate, if I'm not mistaken, or magistrate proper. I can't remember. It's one of their councilmen, like a city councilman type thing.
Okay.
His name was Horace Trevor Cox and was part of Neville Chamberlain's appeaser government, which famously tried and failed to placate Hitler before the conflict of World War II. He lost his seat in 1945. He lived out his days in this old court, grade 2 listed farmhouse near Salisbury in rural Wiltshire. He died in 2005 and the home went into ruin. Okay. This was taken when an explorer went into it to check it out.
Oh no, we got a red circle.
I did not want the red circle, but I had no choices. The only thing I could find, because quite frankly, out of all the pictures of this place, as bad as it's become, this is the only thing that even come close to looking like it. But they had to make sure I had to see it too. So
okay,
but going in.
Oh, I definitely see it.
Yeah, the red circle tells you where it's at. Come on, you know it's there. It's real. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we love red circles.
I'm trying to look at it. Okay, so it's at the end of a hallway, and it's through a broken door that is kind of like barricaded by like a piece of wood there.
Yep.
And we're seeing a face, maybe.
I see it kind of like a torso, a child in white type thing right there. But it's such a grasp, having how far I've got to zoom in to start with. And then you look at how far they were when they actually took the picture.
Yeah. And
look at how far the flash goes down too.
Yeah, I can't say.
I'm thinking reflection of some sort down there is what I'm thinking.
I can't say. I mean, I really can't say. I mean, to be a good investigator and follow that up, you should have taken pictures all the way down that hallway and through that hole.
Yeah, this guy wasn't an investigator. He was one like, how can I put it? People from Texas might remember the Baker Hotel. Well, we used to sneak into the basement of the Baker Hotel just to go through, kind of like what people used to do at Waverly at one time.
Okay.
They sneak in, you go through, and you're not thinking about catching stuff. You're not professional. This guy just got in here and started snapping pictures of crap that he thinks he's going to come back and steal later is what I'm betting. So this guy was doing nothing as far as actual investigation. He was just going through there, because when you see the other pictures, there's a rundown bedroom, there's a rundown living room, there's a beat up old kitchen. I mean, it's a wonder it's not falling in on his head right there, honestly.
What do you think, Donnie?
I like the ghost child. If you zoom in all the way,
okay,
and the red circle really helps, like the outline, the figure. Yeah,
nice and centered, isn't it?
Nice and centered. Who knows? Maybe the ghost manifested because of the red circle.
Ooh,
maybe.
Oh, it's a possibility.
I never thought about that.
Entities manifest in photography.
Yeah,
it's like a summoning ritual.
So yeah,
right. I mean, Randy, we can go back through all those files that have nothing on them and just start putting red circles on everything from our investigations, and something will appear.
Everybody will see them. Everybody
will see something.
Yeah. Gary's kind of got me. I mean, I think of more of a reflection. He looked like might be a doll standing there. I don't know why a doll would be there after all those years, but there's no telling.
I mean, you can see kind of like the little head and the that it possibly is a dress.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, or a sleep dress or something like that. Pajamas of some sort. I
don't know. I don't know. It's too. I mean,
it's too ambiguous. Let's put it that way.
It would freak me out if I walked down there and nothing was in there if I had seen it.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. I'm going to say I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. That's another one. I got her stumped on two.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right.
It's a little weird.
It is weird, especially when you look at it from this length right here. You could see where somebody could mistake that real quick, even without the red circle there.
Right.
But the fact that it's right square in the middle of the framing kind of gives me a little bit of a reason to pause. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Well,
so
I don't know. Let's move on to the next one because this is an I don't know one.
That's a creepy looking hallway, though, for sure.
Yeah, it is. It looks like it's going to fall in on the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was no electricity, please. That's why you didn't turn on the lights. Now, this next one is not necessarily paranormal. This was that a while back, we had a picture of a British psychic researcher named Harry Price. He was sitting in his library surrounded by all his ghost hunting equipment. Remember? You remember that one?
I do. I remember.
I remember that.
It was a very bad picture. Well, guess what? I found a good picture.
Oh, well, hey.
This thing, when I saw this, I was like, this clarity blows away what we had before.
Exactly, because it was all I think they had changed the coloring on it to try to intensify or do whatever, or even make it appear older than what the picture actually was. I'm not sure if they put the antiquing on it or what they did.
They might have. That's all. But I just remembered when I looked at it. Now, this was 1944. When we looked at it before, we did not have near this clarity originally. I mean, because we were wondering, well, what's this over here? Now we could see that's a definite movie camera tripod and such like that.
And a rope.
Yep.
This is all paranormal equipment, everybody. This is
from
paranormal equipment.
Yes. I mean, look at all this stuff. There's his microscope.
Yeah.
Look at the camera. Look at the pistol. I mean, he's got a forensic kit essentially down here to test stuff with too.
Well, it looks like he's got some holy water there.
Oh yeah.
See it down there?
Yep, this right here.
Yeah, like that right in there is the holy water and everything.
Yep. That's my bet. So I mean, he came prepared all the way around, tape measures.
Look at all that stuff.
For his time.
Right. Anybody out there listening, if you've not seen this picture, come on over to YouTube and look at this. This is crazy.
Yeah. Look at how far we've come versus what he had to use back then.
Is that a canter?
He's got it is. There? That would be whiskey or scotch right there. Yes.
Oh man, he comes prepared.
I'm not going to lie. Yeah. I'm not going to lie. In certain investigations, depending on the house and its history, I have used liquor of some sort as a trigger item. So, absolutely.
Okay, so mental note to self: can't go on anymore with Brandi because she's going to try and trick me. Got it.
Right. Well, yeah, it's I'm trying to trigger the ghost, and normally, like if it is like an old timey saloon or something like that, you would entice them with cards and cigarettes and liquor and any type of item that you would normally find in that location at that time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just a trigger item, and that is fantastic.
I'm telling you what. Now, I mean, looking at this stuff, none of this stuff is battery operated. No batteries involved.
Yeah, because his camera's hand crank.
Yeah, I mean everything, and if it isn't that, it's plugged in some way, shape, or form. He's got power for it. And look at this camera back here. We were wondering what that was originally. This one back here is a whole different level of camera from this one.
Right.
So this dude was strapped for what he was doing.
That's a fantastic photo. I just have to say that I absolutely love this photo.
I know that people think I always look at evidence. We always look at just evidence, but there's some historical facts of this stuff that we just got to remember, that we got to think about. You've come a long way.
I think we need to incorporate this picture in our intro for sure.
I'll do that.
That's fantastic. I love that.
So, anyway, now we got a series of ones here.
Okay.
These next thing, these are come from the Queen's House in Greenwich. Okay, the year it was caught was 1966. This haunting image was the Reverend R.W. Hardy. This is that stairwell ghost, not the Lady Madonna looking one, but the one that looks like a ghost kind of hanging on to a spiral staircase banister.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, I got a little bit of an extra imaging of the actual staircase and the actual house it goes to as well, and some more information about the actual people that took it. So here's the picture originally. Okay, this is the first one we saw.
Oh yeah, I made a meme of the week off that picture. Remember?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep. So it says this image was taken by Reverend R.W. Hardy, a retired Canadian who was visiting the Queen's House with his wife. Major feature of the Queen's House is the Tulip Staircase. Now, let's see if I remember if that one was right, the next one or not. I want to make sure I give you the right one next. So, we'll see the house, but see, that's the actual Queen's House right there.
Woo, beautiful.
Wow.
Yeah. This is the
Johnny,
actual staircase.
we could live in that house and never see each other.
True that.
That's a good thing.
Yeah,
this is
we have to walk a mile just to get to breakfast.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can see now you got a context of what the actual stairwell, the stair banister and stuff looks like.
Mm-hmm.
So when you go back, it kind of lends a little bit more credence to this. While I'm not so certain about the actual apparition itself still, even though I see the other stuff, it gives me more of an idea of what this guy was actually looking at when he took the picture.
Right.
Because when he took it, he just wanted to see that he wanted a picture of the architecture. That's all he cared about. He didn't see anything in the actual picture. So that makes me think this may have something to do with the film being 1966.
I don't know. It's very compelling due to the fact is it's just a spiral that keeps going up and up and up. There's, from what I understand, there's nothing on the walls or anything or anywhere to like set a table of flowers or anything that could make something like this blur or happen like that. It's just plain walls all the way up. The architecture is standalone. You don't need anything with it. I mean, it's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I've always been fascinated by this one. And
yeah, I mean, because you go into it, I don't know if there's anything on that side. I don't know how high up. They didn't say how high up they were on the staircase, so I don't know if this is something from the other side of the wall or something. But it doesn't look like it. It looks like it's right there on the actual banister.
I love this. I love this picture because I am dumbfounded. I don't know how they could make this happen or recreate it.
Now, Nemo asked, he's like, if you want to take a picture of the architecture, why isn't it a better picture of the architecture? Once again, we're talking 1966, and he's an amateur to start with. I don't know what camera he used. The only thing I can think of at that time being a reverend from Canada coming to visit with his wife, he just had a regular old, either one of the snapshot 35 millimeters or whatever, the quickies, or he had some sort of lower level camera. It was not going to be a top of the line camera, obviously.
Right. But I mean, maybe they were just trying to take a picture of the railing. I mean, because it is absolutely fantastic, beautiful. So maybe that's what he was trying to take a picture of to get a clear view.
Maybe. And, like I said, that's, I can't tell anything on that other side or how high up they are. So we don't know if they were in the middle of right in this area or what. But see, as you look at it, you don't see a whole lot. Of course, we're going straight up here. We don't see the actual walls.
Mm-hmm.
is there something on the wall over there that could do it? But if you're that close to this, there's nothing out here for anybody to stand on or anything to set up with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just straight stairs all the way up. It doesn't look like there's any landings. You know what I mean? Where they could put a table or something. It's straight spiral all the way up.
Yeah. Yep. So that's a confounding one. It really is. I just still seem to think I want to keep the old gut instinct in me says it's not necessarily faked, but it's something that's not the same. You know what I mean? Or not what they think it is. So, I mean, what is this up here? Is this part of the hand coming up here? Is this somebody? Is it supposed to be landing? You just can't tell enough, obviously, other than just maybe it's just a blurry apparition.
Yeah,
we might be overthinking it. So, I mean, honestly,
maybe it's just simply an apparition. That's it.
Yeah,
There's no other.
It's a ghost. It's a ghost.
Just a ghost.
Yeah,
and it's not an Arturian either.
I'm going with Donnie. It's just a ghost.
Hey,
yeah, it's just
what was the lizard people?
The dragonoids.
Dragonoids. That ain't a dragonoid, is it?
No.
Okay.
Hold on. I'm trying to find the original meme that I posted about this photo because I think that's fitting. Hold on.
Yeah, upload that and we'll pop that sucker in there.
Didn't it have the one with the little kid on it?
Yep.
Yep.
I thought it was cute.
Yeah.
You take a picture that's normally horrifying and you make it cute and funny and amusing.
Yep. So you got it?
My way. It's coming right up. Hold on.
All right.
But I still don't know about that picture. I mean, I'm stuck with it. I'm stuck with it because I don't quite know exactly how that was done.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Bear with me. My computer's acting up a bit.
No bueno.
She's misbehaving.
Oh,
man. Oh no. That never happens to us.
She ain't treating daddy right now.
Smack her. It's okay.
There you go. Okay, guys. A few weeks ago, back on, I believe it was on our show we did do together.
On Wednesday night.
We got meme of the week.
Paranormal Show and Tell.
And I made this meme right here. Safety protocols before and after. One end up like the guy on the right. Keep ignoring them, kid.
Yeah.
Right.
That'll learn them.
Right. Because it literally looks like the ghost is doing just that. Like they're hanging onto that rail and sliding, which that doesn't make any sense.
Dagnab kids.
Dadgum kids. What's the matter with them darn kids? All right. Well, now that we've decided we don't know what we're going to do with that one.
Right.
I got another
right. Because I don't know. That photo is one of those that I can't explain how that got there. I couldn't explain it with flash. I couldn't explain it with blur because everything else around it is perfectly fine.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay. So this one I got to read this one because this has got some really kind of weird verbiage in it. But this one was caught in 1982 and is at St. Botolph's without Aldgate Church. Aldgate High Street is what it says. It's at Boltwood of Thorney. And it's commonly known as St. Botolph, the patron saint of travelers, which is why during the medieval era, London churches would dedicate his name. They were where travelers would go to stop in and pray on their trips. Okay. So the church badly damaged during the Blitz, obviously, and then again in a fire in 65. They had some remains they found. Oh no, the cause remains unknown of the fire. They don't know how the fire ever got started. This picture is a ghostly figure in period dress peering down from the church loft. This was taken by Chris Brackley in 1982. And we've gone over this one before, but we didn't have near the explanation of it.
No, we haven't. And I mean, there's a lot to look at in this picture, so you may not see this right away.
No,
Randy and I know where it's at, and some people out there in our chat may have seen this one before with us because we did go over this.
Yep.
Are you seeing it, Donnie?
I remember this one. Oh, I think I remember where it was, but I'm not going to give it away just yet. But I remember this one.
Okay, let's go ahead and zoom in on it because we know that it's in
the architecture real quick first. This is what it looks like. Okay, this is the church. All right, this is the cathedral we're talking about. All right,
nice.
Now we've got a zoomed in portion right here.
Who's that?
Mark Cuban. Okay, maybe not.
There's the top right, upper right corner, guys.
Yep. And if I go back to the original, right up here.
Yep.
I think this gives it better clarity than the blow up one does, honestly.
Well, unfortunately, it's right underneath the question mark on our screen.
I know
so you'll have to switch it.
I think I know how to fix it. There you go.
There you go.
It's fitting that that thing was covered up by a tinfoil hat.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're thinking it's pretty much pareidolia, right?
No.
No?
This is the one I'm not sure of. This is another one that I am kind of like, I cannot explain why out of that full picture.
Yeah, exactly.
Why is it right up here in this top corner and nowhere else? Like if it was something wrong with the camera, you would have perhaps seen it elsewhere.
Yeah, you don't see it anywhere else in this.
Nowhere.
Well, a lot of those old-timey cathedrals do tend to be like super haunted.
Yeah. I mean, just looking over here, I mean, there is nothing that even comes close to making that same effect.
Right. Right.
Okay. So we go back up here to this guy. I mean, to me, it looks like a clergyman up there looking down from the loft onto people.
It looks like a chubby guy with a bowl cut.
Like a monk, right?
Yeah.
Or, just a man of the cloth any which way you go.
Yeah.
I mean.
And if he was a caretaker of that place, as well as I do, just like lighthouse caretakers, they tend to never move on. They always think they have to stick around and take care of the place.
Right.
I think it sort of looks a bit like Eric Stone Street from Modern Family.
Well, considering I don't think I've ever actually watched that show at all.
I don't think so either. I don't think I really paid attention to that show.
No. Honestly,
of course, Randy, we're just a wee bit older. We're a wee bit older.
Well, I never got onto them because Home Improvement was on at the same time. So, yeah, no, I'm watching Home Improvement. But yeah, I mean, so that's the only thing I can think of. It looks like a clergyman up there.
Yeah, I can't explain that one away. I can't say exactly what that is. I mean, it kind of looks like pareidolia a little bit.
Yeah.
But then again, what am I trying to wrap my head around? What's there that I'm trying to make a face out of? You know what I mean? What is it?
Yeah. And you can't really say a whole lot of reflection side because you got a little bit of looks like sunlight coming in up there, but you got light down here and you got sunlight coming in through the actual stained glass right there. We still don't get anything like that effect.
Yeah. Well, Gary says it's a 3-foot banister, so it's tall. Or is it? Is it floating? Is it, you know what I mean?
Is there a step up there that we don't know about?
Right.
It's so hard to say, yeah.
We don't know.
I'm trying to look at, would that be the choir loft up in that area?
It could be. But then again, usually the choir lofts are all the way down at the end that we're looking
like somewhere over here, right?
Behind you. It would be behind you. Looking at that, it would be behind you up in the balcony.
ladies and gentlemen, just so you know, I'm not Catholic, so I don't know what I'm looking at for most of this stuff. So
Normally, or
yeah,
towards the back on the side or in the very
yeah.
back. Normally,
So
that's where the choir would be.
this is considered the pulpit right here, right?
Because
Okay.
if it were the choir over there, that'd be too close to the
Yeah,
pulpit.
that'd be too, yeah, definitely. So can't be that. Definitely. So you're right. It's got to be behind. I mean, this is where all the altar boys and such were at, if I'm not mistaken, right? Okay. Again, I don't know the setup and of the majority of Catholic churches, so I have no earthly idea what I'd be saying is where.
I'm
And they
gonna
might
say
all
I
be
don't
different.
know. I'm gonna say I don't know. I don't know. It looks very odd.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely. We knew what to look for originally. The first time I ever looked at this, I had to sit there and I studied. This is a better photo than the first one we had, though. Actually,
Yes, it is.
but I studied all this area down through here. They kept saying, "Oh, look at the clergy." It was in the comments. But luckily, like I said, no red circles and no pointers, no nothing. It actually helped me. I was like, okay, I had to study this picture to find it.
Because there's
But
a
now that I
lot
know,
to look at.
yeah. But now that I know where it's at, my eyes draw straight to it every time I see the picture.
Right.
So,
Wait,
yeah,
can we
I'm with
zoom
you.
in on the monk again?
Okay, coming in. You want to do this one, or you want that blow up that I've got over on this?
Yeah, do the blow up.
Do the blow up. Okay. And you can see this one was kind of I think when they cropped it. No, they didn't. I was trying to make sure they didn't squish it or anything when they did it, but
See, because
I mean,
with
you see a face.
pareidolia, we are making our brain think it's seeing something out of something else, such as if we're looking at the clouds and we see pigs and blah 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 blah. That's more or less pareidolia. But what would make me there's nothing else that I can think of that would make that.
I've prepared a picture real quick, guys, for you that might clarify the image right there because it looks like a chubby monk with a bowl cut who kind of looks like Eric Stone Street. I've prepared this. Ready? That's him.
Yeah, no.
That's him.
No, it's not chubby enough.
No.
What is his name? Chris Farley.
Chris Farley?
Yeah, try it with Chris Farley. A young Chris Farley with the longer hair. Probably like when he played in, what was that, Tommy Boy or
Tommy Boy or Black Sheep.
Yeah, something like that. Something older. Or like when he was dancing on SNL with Patrick Swayze. Yeah, that would be perfect. That would be perfect.
You're gonna make me cry now. Both of them are gone. Dang it.
I know. It
You're mean.
And it would be really weird that if you think about it, Patrick Swayze came back as a ghost when he made a movie about coming back as a ghost.
Ooh. Well, I watch Family Guy and he comes back as a ghost all the time in that, so but that's not the point.
No, but I'm talking about a real person.
Yeah, trust me.
I'm talking about Patrick Swayze coming back as a ghost when he played in a movie while he was alive as coming back as a ghost.
But the person he comes back to see is only what's her name?
Demi Moore.
Whoopi Goldberg. The only one he can talk to, the only one that hears him is Whoopi Goldberg.
Right, which was funny. But I mean, that would be ironic.
I've done it.
Okay.
Did it.
I've perfected it.
Okay.
I'm really good at doing these pictures really fast, aren't I?
It sounds like it, yeah.
I've done it. Oh, Brandi, you're going to like this one. You're going to like it. Hold on. If my computer would just cooperate with me.
Don't offend nobody now.
Come on, girl. Make daddy proud. Make daddy proud.
I'm sorry, everybody. This is our 50th episode.
Right. Moon was sitting there asking a question too. That's where the church was at. Let me go back and find it for you.
All right, quick. Here it is. Ready? Are you guys ready? Hold on.
Yeah, we're ready to go.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that's him.
100%.
That's it.
We're good with that.
All right.
We're good.
Can you show us the the zoomed in picture again?
Oh, why
Let's
you
just do
got to
a
mess me up? You got me all messed up again.
Oh man.
There we go. There we go.
You look at that chubby monk, right? And
Yep.
then
Yeah,
Solved.
So
Chris
I
Farley
told you.
came
mystery
back.
solved.
Chris Farley came
I
back.
told you. I was right.
Yep.
Yes.
It's Chris
Yes,
Farley.
you were. It's Chris Farley. We'll go with that this
Mhm.
time. All right. What was that? Moon asked where the church was. Let me go back and find it for you real quick. East Anglia. Let's see. Botwolf of Thorny. Commonly known as St. Botolph. Now, I don't know what street it is. It doesn't give me anything. All it says is badly damaged in the blitz. So I'm assuming it's in the London
What is
area.
the name of the church?
The East Anglia Boltwood of Thorny, commonly known as St. Boltolph. Boltolph.
Okay. I'm sure if you look that up, you'll be able to find it. Boltolph. Yeah.
Here, I'm going to put this in a comment to people so everybody can see it. This is going to be the actual quote unquote church. No, that ain't what I want. Wrong one. Yeah, y'all don't want to see that.
Oh no, that makes me scared. Donnie, does it make you scared? It makes me scared.
Well, it was a link that I didn't want them to go to yet. So.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's the actual name of the church and the street it's on.
Without Aldgate Church? Without?
Yep. St. Boltolph's without Aldgate Church. Yeah,
Okay.
Rissel, Aggie is probably sleeping because I ran her over the coals this last day and a half. We play Monopoly Go, and we were doing a racing thing, and by God, I'm going to win if I can. So, whether she likes it or not, if she's playing with me, she's going to win too.
She's going to play. She's taking a nap.
Yeah, most likely. But anyway, so now
let's move on to our next picture.
This one is the pure de resistance, shall we say?
Okay.
I hope I said that right. We did this one. I don't know if it's Brandi or Tex I did this one with.
Oh, this one's a classic.
Yeah. Did I do this one with you, Brandi?
I don't think so.
This one's an all-time classic.
Then. I must have done this one with Tex. Now, this was the picture we looked at originally. This came from the CCTV. Okay. It actually was Hampton Court Place, and it was captured in 2003.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, it's nicknamed Skeletor. Okay.
Yeah, this made it onto like mainstream news. Actually,
yes, it became world renowned. And there was a guy named Dr. Richard Weissman who is an expert at debunking the ghost photographs and such. He was stumped by it. He could not figure out. It could be the best ghost sighting ever. I haven't seen anything that would match it at all. That's direct quote from Dr. Richard Weissman. Okay.
A noted skeptic.
Yeah, a noted skeptic. Now, the figure made the headlines around the world and is reported some staff at Hampton Court are now reluctant to work within the supposed haunted area. Here's the other part of it. I did verify there are cameras behind him in the corridor, in the corridor of that capture right there. Behind him, nothing was on those cameras at all, other than the door opening and closing. Okay.
That makes it even better. Okay.
I'll let you look at this one first.
So what do we know about the background of the building?
It is an old, I shouldn't say castle per se, but it was a residence of Henry VIII.
Oh, Henry VIII. Yeah.
See, let me see here. I'll give you the whole deal on it real quick. Okay. Hampton Court Place. It was originally built for Cardinal Thomas Wolsey and later snapped up by Henry VIII. That's what I've got on it. It's on the London southwestern outskirts.
Yep. I think that's one of the best ones in terms of ghost photos that are out there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's one.
Even mainstream people couldn't debunk it.
No, that's what I'm saying. I mean, this was one of those that gets up there with the Amityville Ghost Boy, that one, or the girl at I believe it's Waverly that we've talked about before on here as well with Brandi, and Chris has talked about it as well. There's some of them that just you cannot seem to debunk, and this one right now sits up there with them.
I remember when this one first came out in 2003. I saw this on CNN.com.
Yeah. And I missed it all because, at that time, I was literally in recruiter course is what it was. Actually, no, I was out in El Paso. But either way, I wasn't into this stuff heavy at that point yet. So but the CNN, heck, if CNN was on, I was turning it off anyway. I wasn't paying no attention to anything because I was getting ready to go overseas and stuff. I didn't care. But when I found out about this in the last 2 years, I started doing a little bit more research, and then I found this one, and that's the actual Hampton house. Okay. What I said, Hampton Court Palace. Sorry. Hampton Court Palace. This is another part of that video that we didn't see before.
This one. Yeah, I never saw that one. Damn.
Okay.
There's no video footage out there, is there?
Oh, we're about to get it because I'm telling you right now, I found it. I went out and I found it. Okay.
Oh, snap.
Hey, can you zoom in on that figure right there, please?
Yep. Okay.
Wow. Because just look at the hair and the facial hair and the
the clothing. The clothing is just.
I didn't know there was another picture. I didn't know. I just saw that first one. I didn't know there was another one.
Yeah.
Damn, that one's looking good.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
So
that one may be even better than the first one.
Yeah.
Well, let's try something else here.
Uh-oh. Because if that's real, I'm gonna have to rank that in my top 10.
Oh, he's got the footage. Oh, snap.
All right, check this.
Oh man.
Yeah.
You can actually see it. Open the doors, stand there, let the one door shut,
and then pull them back.
Oh man.
And there's your links in case anybody wants to go look at their stuff and check them out and follow them and stuff like that. They're pretty cool.
Yeah, historic royal palaces.
In terms of capturing a ghost on film, that's as good as it gets.
That is as good as it gets. That's about.
And the CCTVs back then, they weren't a solid, video capture. They were boom, 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 boom. You're talking about a frame every second, maybe second and a half.
Yeah,
is what they did. And just when I saw that first one right there, I was like, he just slammed those doors open like he was kicking them open for something.
Right.
So then he walks out, looks around. It looks like he's looking around right there.
Yeah. And then he lets the one door shut, then pulls the other door shut, and then it looks like he kicks open the other door again. See?
Yeah. This is zoomed in a little bit. And they slow it down even more for you. Right there, though. That right there, he's looking out at something. It really looks like he's looking out at something.
He's like, what's going on? It's 2003. None of these surroundings make sense to me.
Yeah. Very well could be.
Unless this is residual.
Yeah.
Right.
Which in that case, those doors may not be doors at his time frame. They may be something else that he could kick open and throw around.
Right.
Actually, based off my understanding of residual hauntings versus like conscious hauntings, my understanding is residual hauntings aren't able to manipulate like solid objects of that much weight like that. Right?
I don't think so. No, I think that residual hauntings are something that is kind of like it's a replay. It just plays the same time, same place all the time. keeps repeating just from the energy left in the physical space.
Yeah.
I mean, those doors look kind of weighty.
But
Yeah,
those,
they look heavy duty.
Yeah.
but yeah, so they can do those things. They can say if there's like doors on hinges or whatever, swinging hinges, perhaps he could just swing them open,
See, and you can
that's
see
perhaps
there's
what
the
he
bar.
did. But
You see the bar of the door right there?
But the intellectual, but an intellectual haunting would have consciousness of what it was doing.
Right.
So in this case, maybe it is intellectual because it is using the handles on the door as if it's watched 100 people do it.
Yeah.
You know?
Or it's smarter than the average apparition too. I mean,
right.
Honestly, I mean, this thing, when I watched the whole thing, I obviously, I'm like you guys, I was dumbfounded. I was like, how did this whole capture not get out there before? Or if it was out there, it wasn't out there for the layman to see. You know what I mean?
I don't know, because this stuff is fantastic. Because if this is real, 100% real, it's like I said, I've now pushed it up to my top 5.
Yeah.
Right.
And Rissel, I don't think it's a she. I think that right there is probably some part of the royal. It's a part of the royal court of some sort. Because
you were saying it's Henry VIII himself.
Maybe
it very well could have been, because he was hands on when it came to taking control of crap.
Yeah.
So,
right. So I mean, because he opened those doors with some force. It wasn't like it was just a slow opening door. These slammed open and slammed shut. I mean, this could be his typical behavior.
Yeah, and the only thing I wish this CC camera had was timestamps at the bottom of these captures. If it had timestamps, we'd have known how long it was between door open till the time he's there, till the time he closes, and so forth, so on. We would have a true timeline. Whereas,
I bet you they do now. I bet you they do now.
So that's just insane. It just back and forth, and then closes. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That is fantastic.
And when they zoomed it in, obviously here it's not as easy to see, but that's more realistic of what you actually saw when you first looked at it, obviously.
Yeah, but you see somebody coming out. It looks like a actual alive person coming out that door.
Yeah. In period dressed. I mean, honestly, there's just no other way to say it. Let's see if I can get it back there to where it was. That immediately tells you it's period dress. I don't know if anybody answers that and goes out a door like that in robes, unless they're a reenactor of some sort.
No.
And I remember reading about this particular instance where they said that that's not something like, what was the name of the place again?
Hampton Palace.
Hampton Palace, like the staff working there.
Yeah.
They're not going to walk around like robes casually.
No, it's not a place they do it. Hampton Court Palace, that's it.
Yeah, that's like a...
No, it's more of a museum type.
Right.
Yeah, they don't do reenactments there.
Yeah, they don't do that kind of stuff at those palaces. They take that stuff real seriously there. So to see something like this, like basically the article I was reading was essentially ruling out the fact that it could have been like a worker who was trying to pull a prank.
Yeah. Well, and here's another thing. I mean, nothing from the outside. Gary's right. There's no handles on those outer doors. See if we get it back to it. See? There's no doorknobs. There's no handles. There's no nothing on those outside of those doors. So nobody could have hooked anything up to pull it or done anything. Somebody had to push it open from the inside. Or something.
Oh, it's whatever was opening that door.
Yeah, exactly.
For sure. There was something there physically doing it.
Yeah.
Yep.
That
just blows my mind.
Yeah, because you don't see this one. This is like that I told you about that Sir No Face before. And when I see an apparition like this, I'm just like, I try to keep it and keep it and keep it until the day I die. I will keep it where I can always go back and look at it again and again and again and remind myself, this is why I'm doing this right here.
Right. But yeah, that is absolutely fantastic. I don't even know what to really say about that. That I'm going to put that in my top 5 because not only was it just a great capture on a still photo, but to have the video.
I'm putting that in my top 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's in my top 5. It's in my top 5 with the video.
Yeah.
I got some friends that have got some really cool pictures out there.
Yeah.
So
and we still got to get Krista in here with that stuff on the Waverly Hills stuff or whatever it was. I can't remember. Was it Waverly Hills? Is that it? Where's
yes.
Waverly Hills is where the girl's picture was taken.
Yeah, the famous picture of the lady standing outside of one of the rooms.
Yeah.
It's famous. Yeah. And he also took that famous picture at Zombie Road where it's at nighttime you see the pond, you see trees along the pond, but then you see all the shadows around the trees, and then the pond you can't see any of the shadows.
Yeah,
you can't see any of it. And that was at Zombie Road out in St. Louis.
That one was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Denise asked, was there a fire there? I don't know of a fire at the Hampton Court Palace. It doesn't tell me anything really about that. The fire I was able to find out was on the first one at the Queen's house in Greenwich. There was a fire there.
Right.
So I can't say there was there bound to have been a fire at some time or another. Don't get me wrong.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Hey, Brandon, they didn't. Just out of curiosity, how far is St. Louis from you?
3 hours.
3 hours? I don't like. All I'm saying is, you and Krista and Paul should probably do a weekend where you just all meet up there and doing a little investigation, film it, do a little, because it's not. It's it's a trip, but it's not so far where it's,
right. It's just finding a place that we can get into. You know what I mean? St. Louis is very, very difficult in properties. Even in Zombie Road, you have to have a permit to go out there and be out there at nighttime. So I mean, it is quite the hassle to get out there.
Yeah, I believe it. I mean, because number one, safety first of all. You know how many people? Case in point, the guy that went into the wild guy that went up into Alaska and got to the school bus and all that crap, and died out there. They've lost how many hikers and stuff trying to recreate that.
Really?
So they went out and got the school bus and finally just hauled it off because they said, no, we're not going to have this crap no more.
Right. But yeah, like I said, to even get into Zombie Road, I mean, you can walk it all day if you want to. And Krista has. She's done a live where she walked, she walked some of it and filmed a lot of it, told the story. But, for the most part, to investigate there at night, you have to have, of course, a permit issued by the city. So,
yeah. And they're going to get a little bit of chunk of change out of you to do it. So,
yeah, they're going to ask for a little bit. Sure.
Yeah.
So that's why we have not necessarily have done that exactly.
Yeah. It depends on how much it is and all that other jazz, obviously. Too,
right. So. But we have friends who are acquiring properties or are a part of somebody who is acquiring properties. And so we should have a lot of new locations opening up to us in the near future. Nice. So, I mean, there's stuff going on. A lot of these places, of course, are buildings that have no heat and no air, and they are miserable to do, of course, in the middle of winter or in the middle of summer. So we are kind of, I guess, restrained by the elements in Missouri on a lot of these things. So hopefully we'll get some good footage this spring and this fall.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Definitely. So anyway, that was my pier de resistance, or whatever you want to call it, my shining light, shall we say, onto the paranormal world.
That was fantastic, Randy. I'll never forget that now. That video. I'll never forget it.
I was so happy when I saw it. I was like, oh my God, they actually saved the video. They actually saved the video.
Right.
So,
Because I mean, we didn't talk about the picture, but I've seen the picture. Then I didn't see
Yeah.
the other picture. And then I sure didn't see the video.
Yeah, I only ever
So
saw the first picture. Yeah.
yeah, and that's
That's
all that
it.
ever made it out in the mainstream. That's all that ever made it out from what I was
Yeah.
able to find. I was like, when I first looked at the first, I said we looked at that one already. Then I looked down below. Wait a second, there's a second one of that. And I started digging deeper, and that's when I found the video. I was like,
Mm,
"Ooh, I got to show this. I got to show
Yeah.
this."
that was a
So,
good
Right.
find.
I mean, if you are again watching or listening on a podcast platform, come on over to YouTube and take a look at that video.
Yep.
You want to see it. You
It's
want
an
to
old
see it.
one. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that one's
Absolutely.
pretty epic.
Yep.
but, other than that, that's all we got for today.
Oh wait, hold on, Randy. Hold on.
Uh oh.
Donnie Cho, meme of the week.
Oh,
He's
I
just
brought
coming and
it.
taking
I
over our
busted it
show.
You brought
out.
one.
I
You brought
busted it
one.
out. I prepared a special one just for this episode.
Oh, bloody
It's
hell.
another one that's based off a very classic image of found activity. This one is iconic as well.
If you put Blair Witch up here, we're fighting. All right.
No,
I'm
no,
telling you
no,
that
no.
right
This is
now.
more on the cryptid side.
Okay.
That one time the Loch Ness monster flipped humanity the bird.
That is amazing, actually. That is exactly what I was thinking.
Do you guys
That's
remember
it.
this one, right?
Yes, I remember it.
Yeah, you remember it.
Yeah,
I
because
remember.
we talked about this photo.
Yeah, that's enhanced
Because
right
we
there.
have
Yeah.
because we have no idea.
No. Because the
No.
original photo looks nothing like that.
Right.
Nope. Sure doesn't.
But that was
It
the early
doesn't.
days
That
of
is an
enhanced.
enhanced photo.
Yeah,
And they enhanced it the way they wanted you to see it and not how it was actually viewed.
Mhm.
So yeah, that is kind of like flipping somebody
The bird.
Well,
the
somebody's
number
flipping
one
somebody the
sign.
bird. Yeah, you got it right. And Adrian's
The
shy.
number one sign.
That's crazy there.
You're number one. Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
All right, guys. Well, you know what? Next week I'll probably do the same thing. We'll figure out a place we can go somewhere and actually look at stuff from a certain country or so. I was trying to find some stuff in France, but I don't like them. So, I'm going to try and find somewhere else. Maybe go down to Australia. There's a bunch in Australia too.
Right. But
Maybe I'll
hey,
try to
while
find
we're
some ones
here,
in Asia.
well, but while we're here,
Mhm.
the three of us do paranormal show and tell on the Blondes and Boos channel every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Central.
Yep.
And what are we doing this Wednesday?
Yeah. Okay.
Count of Saint Germain.
Yeah, that's right. I think we're doing Count of Saint
Yes.
Germain. Yeah. Yep.
Yes. So tune in Wednesday night to Paranormal Show and Tell. Well, we're going to talk about the Count of Saint Germain and dive a little bit into vampires, I guess. Take a look at what else is going out there in the dark.
I'm
Mhm.
scared. I'm scared.
I'm scared.
All right,
It'll be
guys. Well, yeah, it'll be all right. So, as long as I can make it
But-
here on time, anyway.
right. But we'll catch you right here next week, next Sunday, 5 p.m. Central. So good night, everybody.
Good night.